Tonight's big stories and tomorrow's forecast from the region's most watched news team. This is WDBJ 7 at 10 on WZBJ 24.
Now at 10, a mother of 3 is dead in one hometown. How she's being remembered tonight.
The mild weather it will continue into the last weekend of 2019, but rain will also be returning. Forecast coming up.
Plus, Virginia's largest school district is expanding its excused absence policies. Why some think the move is controversial. Thanks for joining us. We want to get right to some breaking news. We want to take you to a large fire in Roanoke County.
Officials are on scene right now at the RDOG Group plant on Hollins Road. And that's where we find WDBJ 7's Eric Miller. Now, Eric, what are you seeing out there?
Well, Kate, if you take a look behind me, you can see the massive response here at the RDOG Group facility on Hollins Road. This is 4 fire companies and 2 ladder companies you're looking at here, representing both Roanoke City and Roanoke County. And as dramatic as this scene is, take a look at some footage that we shot earlier this evening. Now, this was about an hour ago. A tower of flame was coming up out of the roof of the facility. That's about 10 to 15 feet of fire. Officials tell me those flames were coming out of a chimney attached to what was described as a large oven used to burn paint on cans. Apparently, the fire was contained to that chimney, though for a time it was burning so hot that crews said it was actually a threat to much of the building. Now, inside, fire crews have been working to contain that blaze, which is ongoing. They're currently saying that they're expecting smoke and water damage, but there have not been any injuries at this time. Now, we reached out to RDOG Group as well to get their comment on this. We have not heard back. If you can see some of the smoke coming up from the roof behind me, you'll know that this is still a developing situation, so we'll be following it closely and bring you updates as we have them. Jane?
All right, some very powerful images there in Roanoke County as that scene continues on. Eric Miller live for us tonight. Thank you. Now at 10:30, a helicopter never returned after a tour off the coast of Hawaii. Crews have found a crash site but have yet to locate all of its passengers.
Plus, years after one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history, people are still trying to find a way to keep their kids safe in class. Why for some, that means picking up a gun themselves. Good evening and thanks for staying with us. I'm Kate Capodanno.
And I'm Jane Caffrey. Tonight we are following a helicopter crash in Hawaii.
After searching the coast of a Hawaiian island, authorities say they've discovered 6 bodies. Danya Bacchus has the latest from Los Angeles.
Search crews have found the wreckage of a sightseeing helicopter that disappeared over the island of Kauai. 7 people were on board, including the pilot and 6 passengers.
We have recovered 6 sets of remains. There are no indications of survivors.
The helicopter disappeared during a trip Thursday to one of the most mountainous and remote coastlines in Hawaii. The Coast Guard says the pilot radioed the helicopter's position 45 minutes before it was due to land. About 45 minutes after the aircraft was due back in the evening, the tour company reported it missing.
It was along the prescribed route that all of the tour helicopters normally fly.
The tours are popular for the bird's eye view of some of the most lush and steep parts of the island. The company that ran the tour, Safari Helicopters, had operated for more than 30 years with a clean safety record. In a statement, Hawaii Representative Ed Case called for more government regulations of the industry, saying tour helicopter and small aircraft operations are not safe and innocent lives are paying the price. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating. Danya Bacchus, CBS News.
Tonight's big stories and tomorrow's forecast from the region's most watched news team. This is WDBJ 7 at 10 on WZBJ 24.
Now at 10:30, severe winter weather is barreling across the country and millions of people are already under winter weather alerts.
An avalanche even killed 1 skier and injured another in an area that was coated with 2 feet of snow. And that storm is blanketing neighborhoods and cities in the west, and it's headed our way. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Gayona.
And I'm Jane Caffrey. WDBJ 7's Chief Meteorologist Brent Watts joins us with our local impacts from this storm. But first, we want to show you how people in the west are dealing as that storm moves east. Danya Bacchus reports.
The snow's been up to waist deep.
Winter weather in Washington state knocked out power for some residents for days in the mountain communities outside Seattle.
We can't call 911. We're running out of supplies. The water's not working, so it's coming a crisis.
The storm blowing across the west is forecast to make its way to the northeast over the weekend.
The whole system will push to the east as it gets into Chicago. Say tonight you're changing from snow over to some ice and some rain as well.
Meanwhile, slippery roads made travel dangerous in Sioux Falls and around South Dakota. Plows push through the streets of Des Moines, Iowa, while drivers struggle with vehicles stuck in the snow and freezing cold. Just to the north of the city, vehicles careened on icy roads, leaving car parts littered across the highway. And North Dakota officials warned against traveling in parts of the state. The State Patrol tweeted, "Dear Fargo, go home and stay home. Please stop driving around and crashing." And tragedy struck at a resort near Lake Tahoe in California. An avalanche left at least one skier dead.
Unfortunately, when you get conditions like this, there's always a risk of avalanche and avalanche danger.
Forecasters say up to 2 feet of snow has fallen in the area in just 24 hours. Danya Backus, CBS News.
And now let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Brent Watts. Brent, you have a look at when we may see the impacts from this storm.
Or certainly not looking at a big snowstorm like what they're seeing out west. And